I don't think we've all realized that we've been the light.
Who was your light at your darkest moment? What did that look like?
A lot of times we miss our blessings because we block them.
Right.
We think the world only exists the way we see it. As much as I know right now, I have to go back and say, but how long did it take me to learn this?
Thinking that, yeah.
See, two people, one brain. Most things that I thought were facts were just things that my mother and father taught me.
If you want to learn as fast as you can, bring people together and figure out how to get people to connect.
Let me put the cash app up. Because you need to see the charge for that one. No. Oops, did I just drop my G? Do you see how we just moved in unison? Did you see that? That was, look at that.
I just did it again.
You have to allow life to happen to you so you can experience, so then you can adapt how you react and how you can make the adjustments for your life personally.
When you're present, like you're hyper aware physically and emotionally, you can feel everything. Energy, you can feel the wind going through the hair on your skin, and the space around you becomes more alive.
Pay attention to those things. Pay attention to those gut feelings or that voice that's, the people who are hearing 20, 30 voices, y'all get the help you need. Yeah. But when you're hearing the voice...
What's the voice that you've been hearing since you were a kid that's never left?
The voice, ooh, that's a great damn question.
That's why I asked it.
The you can do it voice. And that's the one that scares me the most. Sometimes you just need to be the light. Sometimes when you're in the room and you feel like the room is dark, it's because you don't realize that you're the light.
Yeah, that is that's crazy. Mm-hmm. What is pretty crazy. Does that mean that you've reached like a new level of growth where you're now kind of a source of light for others? So what comes after that?
I would say that's almost like the veil being lifted over your own eyes. I don't think we've all realized that we've been the light, but we walk around with blinders, and the blinders don't allow us to see that the light is coming from ourselves. Till we remove those blinders, and then we realize, wait a minute, this bright thing that I've been seeing and chasing has always been right here the whole time.
Who was your light at your darkest moment? What did that look like?
Not only is he wearing a sunshine jacket right now, but this is one of my sources of light right here. And I mean this genuinely, bro, because at a time when I was trying to figure out this podcast thing, not feeling as confident about it, people pushing me to say we should do this, I'm like, no, I don't feel it. I just didn't feel it. And it wasn't until the conversation sitting with you on the Crosstalk podcast that made me say, okay, wait, maybe this is something, maybe I could do this. And then when we actually filmed our first episode, I was blown away. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I said, now I see what people are talking about while they're telling me, but I also saw what people saw in me. I saw that in you. You have been one of those lights that opened up my world. And this is another reason why I want to say this, is because sometimes we're looking for the light in our peer group or age group. Leave the window open and let the light shine from wherever it's going to come, for it's going to shine. It could be from a 2-year-old, it could be from a 24-year-old, it could be from a 46-year-old, it could be from an 80-year-old. You don't know. You have to keep your mind, heart, and eyes open to receiving the light. Otherwise, you will never be nourished. A lot of times we miss our blessings because we block them. Some of the reasons could be bias, what we think about people, skin color, religion. We miss so many blessings by not taking the time to sit down and talk and have a conversation with people and getting to know people and see the beauty of their mind, no matter how it may be different from ours, trying to find not even just common ground, but just find the beauty of their perspective.
Right.
We think the world only exists the way we see it, forgetting that other people see this world, but in a whole nother way, because they're living a different experience, and that's okay.
I love that you said that. Finding the beauty in their perspective, I believe, is where you can begin to experience and even create real change. When you're leveled with someone, when you connect with someone, you have more of like grounds to work through things that you might have some different perspectives on. But when one person's higher than the other or lower than the other, it's hard to hear each other or to see each other. Oh, yeah. So I love that you're approaching with looking for the beauty in who they are and what they're sharing, paying attention to the positive things, because anything you do is everything you do. The other stuff that maybe doesn't really sit well with you, like, how do you get past that? How do you kind of process those things?
I have some friends, one in particular right now, who's very gung-ho about how he feels about government and everything in society. A lot of the things he says are not based in fact. How I get past the things that he says, and because some of the things are blatantly hurtful to me, but I know that's not his intent. He's not trying to hurt me. He's just basing it off what he's known, how he's grown up, who his family is, where they come from. What I choose to do is ask him, well, why do you feel that way? When he answers me on why he feels that way, I go, well, what is that rooted in? I force him to answer questions that force him to dig deeper. So he may not come to me right away and say, oh, I've changed, or I didn't realize I was thinking in this way. But the point is to get him to start to think that the world and the way things are a lot bigger. He's literally looking through a keyhole. You can't see the universe through a keyhole. You can't even see yourself through a keyhole. Right. You can't force change on anybody. It hits them when it hits them. You have to continue to show love to people, even if you don't agree with them.
So what I'm hearing is to stay curious, encourage others to be curious, ask questions, listen closely, and give people space to figure it out on their own timeline.
100%. As much as I know right now, I have to go back and say, but how long did it take me to learn this?
Thinking that, yeah.
See, two people, one brain. How can I be so arrogant when I've spent so many years where there were certain things that I thought were doctrine, and I'm like, oh no, this is a fact, until I actually did my own research. And most things that I thought were facts were just things that my mother and father taught me. And when I realized a lot of things that mom and dad taught me were also false or wrong or rooted in things that they went through in their own personal experiences, I would learn to give people more grace. We all learn differently. We all have to take our time. Because we're not patient with people, we kind of force people into walls, and that's why we're always arguing and people are so defensive. Just be patient, be calm. And also remember to look at yourself in the mirror. Remember how far you've come, the things that you didn't know, and give these people the space to grow and the time. And if you feel you can, then separate yourself. Give them the space they need, because life will teach them along the way. You are not always the best teacher. Sometimes it's meant for them to learn a lesson somewhere else, and that's okay too.
If you guys are getting any value out of this podcast so far, hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube to get notified of every episode we drop. Subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Like the video so the algorithm knows that we're doing good stuff and it can push us to more people and we can leave a bigger impact. And leave a comment on what you're enjoying so far, what value you're getting out of, so that we can better serve you. If you feel constantly like you're struggling, I'm thinking about myself when I was struggling with communication with people and just sharing things out loud out of my own insecurities or fears. One of the best things that I did was immerse myself in a team of people, because I had to learn how to communicate and make people feel respected, heard, understood. Also, even like running a team, being the one who has to bring everyone together and make sure that everyone's on the same page, everyone gets along. I actually recently just onboarded a new team of like 6 people. The first ever meeting we had, which was online, was an hour of just getting to know each other, nothing work related. Everyone was sharing about who they were, what they were doing, specifically within the company, what their roles were, where they're based out of, whether they like tea or coffee. We went through like 2 truths and a lie, and just having laughs and creating a space where people can kind of undress a little bit and show some vulnerability, get to know each other, learn about each person's preferences around communication, etc. And this is something I haven't done with my previous team. After 2 years not doing that, I kind of saw the effects of it, the indirect effects of it, with people not really speaking up or showing up when a mistake had happened or when they weren't sure about something, not asking questions. So I think it's important to create, that kind of space in the beginning. And if you want to learn as fast as you can, bring people together and figure out how to get people to connect, because it's going to force you to pay attention to things that you probably haven't before.
Oh, let me put the Cash App up, because you need to see the charge for that one. No. But seriously, that is so brilliant, and I'm actually going to adopt that into some of the team meetings that I have coming up. You see, my brother just taught me live on the show. I think that is brilliant. That's something that I do in networking when I work people to people, and I'm able to break down their walls. People are easy, talk to me easily.
Yeah, and it's like I don't see a lot of people doing that. I don't feel like you necessarily have to do that to have a productive business, but I feel, this is just my experience, that if you want to be able to kind of get past some of the outside stuff a little bit quicker and dig into what matters the most to the person you're communicating with, it's good to know those things about them on a personal level. You can kind of break through certain things faster that, with humor, maybe, if you know what tickles them, or what kind of makes them laugh or happy or excited. Like whenever I'm giving feedback, whenever a silly mistake happens, I'll typically open it up with like a joke that I know will always make them laugh.
Yeah.
And I'm just really good at seeing those things. And then I can just get straight to what I want to share with them.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's easy. I can breathe, they can breathe, we laugh through it. And it's a powerful, it's a powerful tool, 100%.
But I love that. That's what that tool does. It allows you to find the different personalities that you have on the team and who will gel, who will make sense. It just makes things run smoother. I think that is such a smart approach. And I'm going to adapt some of that into like I said, to some of my team meetings and working with people that I've worked with. Oops, did I just drop my team?
I think so.
Do you see how we just moved in unison? Did you see that? Look at that.
I just did it again.
Young minds like yourself are thinking of ways to unify people because, again, the things we do in the office space, the gym space, these all tie into real world life experience. So these are things that you can take and use in your everyday life. And that's also one of our intentions for the show and why we expose the things that we go through personally so that you can take these and apply as you need to in your life, in your world, as you see fit.
You were sharing earlier about reading books and stories and learning from other people's experience that to kind of help give you some guidance, but really also validate what you're going through and make you feel a little bit more, whether it's secure or confident, or just feel like, this just comes with it. It's a feature of running a business. It's a feature of the life that you're living. It's not a bug, something that doesn't belong there, but it comes with it. And you're that person for me. Getting to know you has made me feel more comfortable and confident in myself personally, because I have an example. I can see that you don't have to put on a show to be in spaces that you're in necessarily. I mean, you have to show up in a certain way with specific clients, and everyone's got their own individual needs, but you don't have to lose yourself in who you are as an individual. I feel like when I'm with you, I feel like I'm with Lucky. I don't feel like I'm with anyone else.
Yeah.
And, it's refreshing. It's a really cool experience. Who was your lucky or kind of person, in your life in your early 20s? If you had someone.
You know what? In my early 20s, I would have to say it was Danny, a.k.a. Daniel Scott, my brother, who's really one of my best friends on the planet, but I call him my brother. Anyone who's my best friend becomes family, so they lose the friend title, like my brother here.
Yeah.
Danny was one of those people that no matter where I was or what I did, I could always go to him and be 100% me. No walls, no nothing.
Man, how good does that feel?
It was the first time I experienced freedom. Because some of the stories we would share with each other and just the trials and tribulations that we both witnessed each other go through and rise through. But no matter what, whenever I see his face, like we cannot speak to each other for 6 months. But when I see him, it's like I just saw him the night before, and we go right into it. And sometimes I know Danny needs time away from me because I'm crazy.
I totally get it.
Because what I tell you,
I can relate on it. Yeah.
I'm crazy in the sense where I make him laugh all the time. We're always cracking up, and I don't know how to take anything serious. Like, I always make jokes out of every situation, but he loves it. And I love the fact that we can always share in those moments. No judgment on each other, just full freedom.
How did you and Danny meet?
Actually, we met as kids. He used to live around the corner from me. He knew another friend of mine named Christian. Shout out to Christian Bermudez. And that's how me and him got cool, because me and Christian went to school together. And Christian was Danny's best friend at the time. We all would hang out, and then we started a singing group. It was freaking incredible, our little singing group, when we thought we were going to be an R&B superstars. Some of the best performance memories I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Danny, a.k.a. Daniel Scott, my brother. I love you, and the Scott family. Oh, my God, yeah. That's the person that helped me become the person I am today, and why I can be so free, but still have a private life at the same time.
Those people are gold. If you ever find someone like that who knows who you are inside and out, keep them in your life, especially on the days where they might be sharing something that you really don't want to hear. Just find a way to get through it. A lot of us take that for granted. Not everyone has people like that. I don't know that you realize how valuable they are until you lose them. And you don't need a bunch of them. You need, like, one is enough. One person's enough to turn your whole world around, who knows you inside and out. You can just go, be transparent with your best days, your worst days, whatever it is.
And I'm going to add to that. Yeah, I can honestly say I have several people like that in my life now, but Danny was definitely the first. My homegirl Valina, shout out to her. Another one I could be myself with. My brother Eddie Diamond, shout out to you. Elliot Carlisle, shout out to you, brother. And my brother Sergio. You have to allow life to happen to you so you can experience, so then you can adapt how you react and how you can make the adjustments for your life personally. I don't want to be reading these books about looking for every sign or what this person did or is an Aquarius doing this. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'm into all those things, but you have to experience your own bumps and bruises. It's necessary for you to understand how tough you are, what you can survive, what doesn't hurt you, what makes you resilient. Because again, a lot of the advice I've gotten in the past, some things have aligned with signs I should have seen, but at the same time, I'm glad I wasn't able to see those signs because the lessons I learned during those times were beyond valuable. Beyond life-changing, and if I didn't learn and get my head bumped in certain ways, I wouldn't be as strong and resilient, as mentally stable as I am today. Life is not easy, but how are you going to pick yourself up? How are you going to build yourself up and become stronger so that you can fight through these moments?
And I don't know if it's just me, within the past 2-3 years, realized that just because it's published and it's public, whether it's on a social platform or in a book or on an article, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right or true. There are so many different opinions out there. What's really helped me is being able to work on my processing machine more than going and getting a ton of information. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love information. I read books on Audible all the time. Love asking questions, learning from people, but really working on the way I process information and feelings and events has allowed me to get more out of experiences because I can be more present. When you're present, like you're hyper aware physically and emotionally. You can feel everything. Energy, you can feel physically, you can feel the hair, the wind going through the hair on your skin, and the space around you becomes more alive. And it's a gift because you can connect better with people, you can 100%. Be there for them.
It's almost like when they say the spidey senses, like you said, the hairs raise up. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to those things. Pay attention to those gut feelings or that voice that's, the people who are hearing 20, 30 voices, y'all get the help you need. Yeah. But when you're hearing the voices,
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I have like 7 different. You ever seen the movie Split? Is it?
Yes.
I wake the first 20 minutes of my morning. Sometimes I'm like I have 20 different personalities.
We all have a million personalities. Yeah. Listen to those little voices. They're literally trying to guide you. Sometimes we don't trust ourselves enough because we're so busy tapping into all the voices, like you said, on social media.
What's a voice that you've been hearing since you were a kid that's never left?
The voice. Oh, that's a great damn question.
That's why I asked him.
That is a great. This man asks the best questions. This is why I'm lucky to have him. I would say the "You Can Do It" voice, and that's the one that scares me the most.
How long have you had that voice for?
I've had it since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like a little kid. Would tell me that everything was going to be okay. It was like this weird voice that always would tell me, don't panic. You can do it. You'll be fine. And that voice has never, and I'm talking about in my darkest, and I've never thought about this till you asked that damn question. That voice has been with me in some of the toughest times of my life, including when I had the heart surgery, including when there was a car accident that we were in, and while it was happening, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna spin out, and we're gonna pull over to this thing, and it'll be fine." And I can see things before they happen. If that's
whose voice was that, or is that?
I don't know whose voice it is, but it always sounded like me. So there was never a shape or like a whoo, whoo. There was never like some weird thing about it because I always felt like, but you know what's funny? I almost felt like the voice never grew up. So it was always me in child form, which almost makes me feel like the brilliance of that is how to keep that childlike mindset, because that's really what makes us continue to grow. is that constant voice and that constant curiosity. We discovering shit.
Yo, what's up, Lucky Sergio fam? If you guys enjoyed that video, you're gonna want to check out the next one up there. It's gonna be part 2 or another recommended video. If you're getting any value out of these videos, if you are loving what you're seeing, click subscribe. Click on the icon of our channel. You should see it somewhere here on the screen. Click on that, click subscribe, leave a comment down below, like the video, and share it with someone who might get some value out of it. This is gonna help get the video to more people, help us grow together as a family, and be able to impact more lives. We're students here. We're not coming with all the answers. We're just uncovering what is in front of us and doing it alongside you guys. So we want you guys to enjoy. We love you guys. Hit subscribe, check out the next video, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.